got me feeling some way. Baby, it ain't that right. You ain't got control of me, so you should just go find someone that'll take good care of the needs that I don't quite meet. I'm not being rude, but you just need to make your mind up.
Welcome back to another episode of I Am Beautifully Broken. I'm your host, Lamekkiona. Today we have a special guest by the name of Keela. She is a fitness guru. How you doing, Ms.Keela?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you because, I mean, with the fitness world, I think it's so, I don't know, it can be a challenge because it's like, oh, I want that body, oh, I want this, I want that, as far as like what you're seeing on social media. And then it just puts you in that influence of, I want my body to look like this. How do I get that definition without getting body work?
Right.
Because that's the thing.
Yes.
We getting body work, but then we're also having to work out. So it's like, how do you feel about like people getting surgery just to work out again?
You know, I feel like people think that it's shortcuts for everything. And then they realize that, oh, wait, I actually have to maintain the shortcut too.
Ooh.
And that's why they go work out. They don't get their body done with the intention of, I'm going to actually have to work out, because that's the whole point of getting the body done,
Right.
Unfortunately. But usually people get to the point where it's like, okay, I don't want to waste my money. So let me actually work out now and maintain what I just bought.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's, I don't think it's crazy. I think, you know, people need to work out anyways.
Yeah.
So I feel like people that get surgery and then go to the gym, it's almost like more motivation for them to stay in the gym because their body's already done.
Yeah.
But, you know, that has to do with a lot of mental health.
Yeah. I think it has to do a lot with like confidence. And sometimes people who get surgery may need that just to get that confidence up too.
Right.
And then that's why they go into the gym and, you know, work out, because it's like, now that I got that definition, I'm seeing it. Because I feel like sometimes when you get in the gym, you expect results so fast.
Yep.
And I want to ask you, how long did it take before you actually seen results that you liked?
It depends on how much work I was putting in. So, like, if I'm really, like, going hard for that month, I could see results in a month, almost 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
But if I'm kind of taking my time and, you know, just seeing small changes, if I really just, you know, live my life, going out to eat with my friends, but still maintaining throughout the week, it'll probably take 2 to 3 months. So it depends on how strict you want to be. And also, you know, the faster you see the results, the quicker they can go. Right. So sometimes you kind of want to keep it at a good pace when you're trying to see results. So
do you think, I heard this quote that's like, really your diet is supposed to be 80-20, so 20% workout, 80% eating. Do you think that's true?
Yes, for sure. Because most people right now have just 100% eating, and that's it.
Oh, got you.
They just eating. They not doing a squat. They not walking. Right. You know, they parking in a handicapped spot so they don't have to walk. People are avoiding physical activity, and it's not good. But yes, it is 80-20.
80-20. Okay, good. So do you think that it's important to always, like, what do you consider like a good diet? Like, what have you learned about yourself that it's a good diet for you?
That's a good question. A great diet would be eating all whole foods. So fruits, vegetables, whole grains, meat. You know, you can eat meat. That's fine. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you got to go vegan. Like, no, you can still consume meat, but you don't need all the extra refined carbs. You don't need the processed stuff, the things that come in a box. I know back in college, I used to eat Hamburger Helper. And
me too.
Yeah,
hey, that's a good
it got it done. I swear, like $5, that'll last me the whole week.
No, that's a good cheat meal.
It's a good cheat meal, and it'd be good too. But that stuff is processed. Yeah. It's refined. Like it's in a machine. I mean, it's not in a machine, but it's in a warehouse. It's not a warehouse, but it's in a factory.
Where it's processed.
It's processed. You want to eat everything that comes from the ground, that grows on trees. That would be the best diet to follow. Right. I wouldn't say you have to cut out, you know, all your carbs. You don't have to cut out fats. You don't have to cut out meat. You don't have to cut out anything. You actually need everything. But it's just about where you get it from.
And then how do you think it's more so how much you eat too?
Yes, it's about portion sizes. You shouldn't be eating 2 to 3 plates every night.
Yeah.
I know that food be good.
I know it be good, but sometimes you gotta let it go.
Yeah, and you really have to train your mind to believe like, okay, I'm good, I'm full, I don't need any more food.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I know growing up is like, make sure you eat all your food on your plate, you know, and that's what we grew up learning. Yeah. So now we eating all the food on our plate plus another plate,
right?
Which leads to obviously not eating healthy,
But I think I used to struggle with that too, like. Even though I tell my mind that, you know, you full, but you can go get some more.
Right.
And I think that's what's going on a lot today is a lot of people are like, you know, I'm going to eat good, but then it's like you're overeating at this point. Because when your stomach start hurting, like when you feel that little cramp in your stomach, that means you need to stop.
And, you know, people use food to heal themselves in many ways. Yeah. And food can fill a void for people. So it's like, wow, that felt good. That was a temporary satisfaction. Let me go get some more of it because it's so easily accessible.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Because honestly, I think for me, I used to stress eat. Like if I would get stressed out and, you know, just my emotions so everywhere, I just eat. I just eat random stuff. Like I'll go in there and eat an Oreo. I'm like, oh. Now
I'm gonna eat a banana because it just, I don't know, it tastes good.
It tastes good. Maybe it'll mix well. I don't know.
Right. That's exactly how I am and still is. But I try to, you know, work on it. Like if I'm trying to eat to fill a void, let me drink some water first.
Because water do it for you.
The water will fill you up.
Water will fill you up. When you think you hungry, most of the time you are thirsty actually. And that really means you need more water.
Yes. You dehydrated.
Yeah.
Yep.
When that mouth like real like, it's like dry, it's dry tasting. That's when you need some water.
I need something sweet.
Yeah, I need some. That's what you think. You think you need something sweet, but actually you just thirsty. You're just thirsty, girl. It's okay. You're just thirsty. So I wanted to switch gears and start talking about basically more so topics. Like at the beginning, we kind of asked you a lot of questions just to get your feet wet, just to see how you are feeling about fitness and the overall, you know, just the fitness world. How does it do you feel like it's changed your life in a way?
Yes.
In a good way?
In a great way.
Okay.
In a great way. I wake up every morning with the idea of going to the gym and kind of facing myself before I face the world. Like in the gym every day, I'm challenging myself.
Right.
I try to run a mile every day. And I don't like running, but it's something that I have to get through so that I can get to the other side.
Right.
And I use fitness to kind of, I guess, face those barriers in my life, in all aspects of my life. It's like things that I don't have to do, but I want to do it because I know it'll make me a better person.
Wow.
And nobody's telling me to do it.
Yeah.
And that's with anything in life, you know? So once I started getting into fitness, I learned that I can go so far with it. Wow. And I can go so far in other aspects of my life. So it really did change my life. I learned a lot of discipline, a lot of self-motivation.
Right.
So yeah, I think it changed my life.
So fitness has been like a window, as into like your overall aspect of the world, not just fitness. It just became more of like a mental thing also that you feel that has grown onto you, that has made you progress in life. Yeah,
and you know, it's something that like I said, nobody's telling me to do.
Right.
So, you know, you can find this in anything, not just fitness. You can find it in your passion. Say you like art, you like painting. Now you're challenging yourself to learn more about this subject, and you're getting better at it.
Right.
But nobody's telling you to do it. Like everybody's telling you to go to school. Everybody's telling you to get a job. These are things that you need in order to, I guess, live through life, basically.
Right.
Like basically, you have to do these things as a requirement. But with things that you don't have to do, you have to challenge yourself. And I think that's like, you know, one of those things in life that people kind of shy away from.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to challenge themselves.
It's
hard.
That's very true. It is very hard to challenge yourself because I feel like some things you'll like put out an idea, just for instance, an idea out there, and then you wanna invest in that idea, but it's just more so of a challenging your mind. You like, well, maybe I'll do this later on. Do you think like pushing stuff back, like even just fitness, just say for instance, somebody who, you know, like the beginning of the year, okay, I'm gonna start working out, you know, 3 to 4 times a week, but then they didn't work out on that Monday. Do you feel like a lot of people push it back just because they didn't start on that very day?
Yes, and that's okay. You know, I feel like there's phases into getting into anything, especially fitness. It's like, I'm a think about it phase. Okay, I'm actually looking into getting into it. I'm talking to different people about it. Okay, I'm actually at the gym.
Right.
And then it's, okay, I'm actually at the gym and I'm consistent, you know. So when people push it back because they want to start on a Monday, that's fine. Okay. And, you know, they may start and they may stop. And that's okay, too. Everybody has a season, you know. And I talked about this on my story, but, like, it's okay that you're not going to the gym this month or next month or even this summer. Like, it's fine. But eventually you're going to get tired.
Right.
So once you get to that point, you know, it'll happen for you.
Yeah.
But don't force it.
I think that's important, not to force something onto yourself, because most of the time when you force something onto yourself, that's when you quit faster. When you force it like in your mind, like, okay, I'm gonna eat good, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Like, for instance, for me, I know when I kind of force myself to like eat better, I don't eat consistently like that. And then it's like more so a thing that you gotta ease your way into. So like if you've been eating bad, for instance, and then all of a sudden you want to eat healthy, I think you should go on a like a juicing. That's been my most results. Basically, like not just doing the juicing, then going back to that, because when I force it, like, oh, I'm gonna eat better, it's like everything is nasty because I haven't, you know, train my mind back to that. So I think it's a progression thing that you have to do too.
And not even just like cleansing, but juicing, but like really cleansing your gut, because your gut is telling you, I like sugary things, I like carbs, I like processed foods. When you clean your gut out, like, you're not even gonna want that stuff. So you juicing is part of basically cleaning your gut. You could juice, you could cleanse, you could go on a raw vegan diet. That's hard, but it's doable. And then once you get back to eating healthy, you know, just regular healthy foods, you're gonna be like, okay, I don't actually need any of that junk that I was eating before. So I do like tell people, like, I would definitely try to cleanse myself before I just jump right into it. Especially if you don't have that much, you know, discipline starting out.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I also wanted to talk about like people putting you in a box of being like, as soon as you started posting fitness videos, so, like if you post something else, it's like, where's the fitness video? How do you react to those kind of comments? You
know, I don't react, because it's like, I don't know. I've always tried to not label myself as this person, and like fitness is a thing in my life, but it's not like 100% my life. Right. So I don't ever want people to forget that, but I post what I want, and you know, I think I already give off the attitude that y'all gonna like it regardless, and I don't care if you like it, but if you do like it, that's cool. If you don't, you know, it's still gonna happen. So for people to try to put me in a box, it's not gonna happen, because I'm not even going, my energy won't even align with that. I don't know.
Let them know.
It just won't. It won't.
Her energy is not aligning with that. So don't put her in this box that fitness is all that she's gonna do, because that ain't happening.
Yeah, fitness is like a stepping stone for me. It's like, you know, it could lead me anywhere. Right. So I'm very open to everything.
I know that's right. I'm very open too, but I think when you get stuck in that box, sometimes you get stuck there for a minute. Like, am I really just this, like, to people? But it's like, I'm more than that. So let me show you guys what. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're showing them versatility. So it's giving everything.
It's an illusion. Like, when you think about what other people are doing to put you in this box, that's an illusion. I don't even think about it as, oh, I'm being put in this box. I'm thinking about it as if I have so many things to offer to this world.
Right.
So you can't put me in a box.
And that is it. Don't put her in a box. Boxes are limited. It's falling over, going into all other things. And that's how I feel too. I don't want to be stuck in a box. I don't want to be stuck just being the person who, you know, just records videos and, you know, brings other people on. It's like, it's more than that to me. It's more than just, this is just my stepping stone. This is not my end goal. So it's way more to this just than.
And I feel like people need to realize that I'm serving. Like, I know, you know, I'm about to put God in here, you know, trigger warning for folks. God tells you need to serve before you can even be put in a position to do, you know, the unexpected.
Right.
So what I'm doing right now, I feel like I'm just serving. This is my way of, you know, planting my seeds. So if fitness is right now, I could be doing something completely different a year later.
Right.
It's because I started with this and I sowed those seeds.
Wow.
So.
Oh, I love that.
You gotta write it down in my journal.
I know, I gotta write that down. Did y'all write that? Y'all gotta pause that and go back and listen to that.
God uses you in different ways, and fitness is great and all, but I'll never forget, like, it's so much bigger than me.
Right.
So.
And then I think it's so powerful that it's so many women out there who look at you not only just on a fitness level. I just see a lot on Instagram like, oh, you just motivated me to like get up this morning, because it's more than, like you said, it's just planting a seed.
Yes, it's like I see somebody getting up every day doing this, and she can relate to me.
Right.
I can do it too.
Right.
Like, that's all it's really about. It's not even about the fitness no more.
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah,
but it is, but it ain't.
It is, but yeah, that's very, very true. I wanted to ask you, what inner work did you do to create the life that you have now?
I had to get a little deep.
Yeah, get a little deep in here.
Wow. Okay. Whew. I mean, it changes in the phases that I'm in. Like, when I first started out, I think the inner work was more so like, okay, don't worry about how you look now, but, you know, just keep going. Keep work with your head down. I think that was the first, like, inner work that I had to do, because we all be like, oh, I don't look like that,
right.
or I'm not seeing no progress today, tomorrow, next week. Like, I'm just gonna stop. Like, you can't worry about, you know,
right.
You can't worry about it. I didn't go to the gym for that end goal right away. The second phase was like, okay, now I really just don't need to care about what other people think. Like, I can't care what I think sometimes, but I also can't care about what other people think all the time.
Right.
That was another thing. Like, I can't grow if I'm worried about what people are going to say about me when I post XYZ,
right.
or when I say the XYZ. And then, inner work, oh my gosh, it's so much. Just really loving myself at all phases, because, you know, you can get to a high point, but you can also get back down to that low point, and remembering that you got to love yourself at the same at
right.
both points. I had to work on that. Yeah, I mean, it's so much. I'm still working through it. Like, it just be a lot of things. Let's move on, girl.
Okay, it's okay.
I'm like, girl, I don't know. We could turn this into a therapy session.
No, it's okay. I wanted to speak on that because I feel like people don't fess up and talk about the inner work that they had to do. Yeah. It's a lot of things that you face that, you know, can be overbearing, and it can take you to a darker place. And I think that the inner work starts with you. So regardless of what you're going through, I really wanted to touch on this because I know as women out there that, you know, we go through different phases in our lives. And I feel like, you know, the beginning of the year really puts that inner work into light, because it's like, okay, it's another year. What am I going to do? You know, how am I going to get to where I want to get to? And this is something that we all should talk about within our friend group, or with other people, even people you don't know, because I feel like inner work really starts with you. And regardless of what you're going through, the process is always to keep moving forward. Yep. So regardless of things don't look up, you know, I've seen some people said that, you know, at the beginning of the year, it didn't go as planned. You can't leave it at that. Right. because the year is only ahead of you. We still got 11 months to go, even though it's about to be another month. So I think that the inner work starts with you, and it's important to always make sure that you're taking care of your inner work, because that is going to be like the key to more things to come. Just like Ms.Keela was talking about, like with fitness, if you don't have your inner work being done, like you're not constantly doing the inner work for you, then everything is going to not fall into place, because it's going to be like, but I'm not there yet. When you're not there, nothing else gets there. So the main thing is getting you there, then getting other things there. It can't be, oh, let me do this, let me do that. That's why you're not staying consistent. And that's the most important thing, is staying consistent. And when you're not staying consistent, then you're not staying consistent with yourself. And that's just that.
And you really got to self-reflect. Like,
a lot.
Reflection is key, because you'll be doing something all your life, won't even know that you're doing it until somebody come around and let you know you do this, and you'll be like, wow, I can't believe I've been going through life like that.
Right. No, that's a
I
fact.
had no idea.
That's even a fact about like money. Like you really, when people be like, well, I'm always broke and stuff like just anything that goes along the lines that I'm broke, I don't have this, I don't have that. The thing is, you have trained your mind as a child. This is really when you were a child, and I really want to talk about this too, because as a child, if you train your mind to do certain things, like when you get older, you don't even know that you're doing it. And I'm glad you touched on that, because it's like a lot of times people think, well, how do I get out of this? It's really, you have to go back into time. It's like, really, it could be like 2016 when that happened, but it's still like constantly coming up. Yeah, coming up. And it's like, you have to do that inner work to make sure that is out of your life. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be fully out of your life. It's never going to be fully out of your life. But the thing about it is, the inner work that you do within that time frame is what will shape you for the future.
Yeah, and you cannot run from your fears. It's going to come at you like, dang, I thought I beat this out.
I thought I beat this out.
It's going to come.
Yeah.
It's going to come at when you least expect it, when you least want it to come. Your life can be at a high, and then you get triggered and your wounds start opening up, and you like, dang, I thought I forgot about this that happened in 2006. Like, no, it's going to come back up.
Yeah, it do come back up, because I feel like during them times when things come up, it's really your mind triggering that trauma. And when you start triggering that trauma, that's when, instead of like moving past it, like, whatever, that's when it consistently comes back to you. You can be at the peak of your life, and then those things that you buried in the back of your head really start coming up on you, because it's really people out here that don't want you to win, and they'll say stuff that trigger that inner you, and it's like, I don't really like that.
Yep. And it's like, I didn't work on myself. I recently just had this happen. I was like, I worked on myself so hard and for so long, just for this incident to trigger me in this way. And I was like, okay, back to the drawing board. I got to keep working on myself.
Yeah.
You're never going to be done.
Never going to be done. And I think another thing that can help with that is also journaling. Like when those emotions come to you, don't suck it in. Like let it out, because if it gets sucked in, it's going to keep, it's going to keep coming back on. Even if it take a couple years before it bounce back on you, it will come back. It will come back.
Go to therapy if you need to.
Yeah. I always talk about that. I was like, maybe I should go, but I just been, like I talked about with Mia last time, like I just been such that strong person. It's just hard for me to,
Me too, girl.
I know. I get that from you. You don't,
girl.
Yeah.
I just signed up.
You just signed up.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, because I mean, once you identify, I feel like we so strong that we like, okay, we can work it on our own. But once you find those like key points that you actually want to work on,
right,
and you know that you can't do it alone, I was just like, okay, I surrendered, and it took a while to find a good therapist.
Well, that's
good.
So you found the one that was right for you.
Yeah, because it's a lot of therapists out here, but everybody's not gonna be your perfect match. So
right.
It's important to find the right one. For real.
I'm gonna have to look into that, y'all, because I feel like it's always something that you consistently working on. Even though you don't fought off all this, like you said, you don't fought off all this, then you got to keep fighting on those battles that keep coming up because you're consistently. Everybody has had trauma, and regardless of if you haven't faced it or not, it will keep coming up until you make it happen. That you let it go, you let it out, and I feel like the more that I've been that kind of person that always kept it in so long that like once it comes out, I'm like emotionally drained. Like I don't know how to move forward, which is why for some time I was like, maybe, at first fitness used to be my go-to, but for a while I was just like, maybe I need to step away from it because I feel like I was focusing so much on one thing that I wasn't focusing on the other thing. Because when you focus so much on one thing, it's like everything else is just like pushed back. And I think I focus so much more on my body versus like just how I look today. Like it's like, why don't you embrace how you look now? Because the more that you see that definition, the more it'll come up. But I just feel like it's taking me some time.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's okay. But you got to work on the inside. Because I was the same way. I'm like, I'm going to the gym every day. Mentally, I'm good. But it's like the gym is not going to fix everything.
No, it's not. It's not. It's only like you say, it only can be a temporary fix because like you can go to the gym every day for an hour. You don't work real hard that hour, but you got to realize you still got 23 hours left in that day to, make it the best of your day. So I just feel like it's important to not only just be like, okay, well, I'm going to do this. This is going to be my main work for today. It's always a battle of you got to do everything throughout the day to ensure that you're really engaging in your inner work. And that's the main thing I wanted to talk about today because I feel like you have shown a lot of inner work and just showing people that, it's not just about fitness, it's more than that. And I know you talk about this a lot in FitwithKeela talks. Y'all, I love them talks. Every Wednesday. I be trying, y'all. I've been slacking a little bit, but we coming back every Wednesday. No, y'all, every Wednesday. Tell me why I be in the car over here like, I'm talking about holding the phone like, girl, you're supposed to be driving. Right. I'm like, I be stuck. I was like, okay, girl, I need to hear that because sometimes it's that reassurance, like reassuring yourself that, greater things are going to come. And it doesn't come it just comes with time. Yeah. The main thing is focusing on time and effort and just forgiving yourself. Really. Yes, and being present what's going on today because I was talking to my friend. I'm like, dang, remember 2010? That was a good year. Like, but I got to make this a good year. Yeah. I got to live in the present and just be happy with what's going on so I can, look back 10 years from now and be like, that was a good year too. But still living in the present. Right. So that's very important. We only get one life, man. Man, we only get one life. We only get one life. And I was going to end off, so we have a sequence. Okay. I Am Beautifully Broken, where you talk to yourself in 2023. So you grab your phone, and you're going to talk to the Keela in 2023, and I'm going to do it too. Okay, wait, So you got to grab your phone. Okay, I got my phone. And you're going to, you can either talk to Ms.Keela on the phone, like facing, or you can talk on, like it's a FaceTime call, or it can be on the phone. Okay. Either one, it works for you. We're going to FaceTime. Okay. Wait, what am I saying? Whatever you want to talk to. The future me? The future you in 2023. Ooh. Okay. All right. Hey, girl. What's going on? I'm sorry. I'm so goofy. No, it's okay. No, but, you're doing amazing. You've been through so much and you've gone so far with what you have and all the resources around you. You've always used them. So just keep going. Like if this is a tough time right now for you, you've been through tougher. So just keep your head up. I love you. And if it's a great time right now, girl, keep going. Okay. I love it. I love it. I always do this just because, like we said, even though you want to live in a present moment, sometimes it's also good to live in the future moment because you always want to set the tone for the future you. Like, even if you don't know what will happen
yeah.
in these next 11 months, it's still greater things to come.
Yes, I believe in that wholeheartedly.
Yes. So I'm going to do it too.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to talk to Lamekkiona in 2023. Girl, I know your Instagram was hacked. But we're going to grow it back, and we're going to get even better. I know it's been a lot of things that have already spiraled, but you just keep going and keep pushing. Greater things are coming, and I just love you, and I'm so appreciative of the woman you are becoming. I'll talk to you later, girl.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Ms.Keela for coming in today. I was really so excited to talk with you.
No, thank you. I'm just so excited to be here.
No,
yes, this was good.
This is a good episode, y'all. I wanted to talk about like fitness in general because I know it's a lot of women out there, even men out there who are really trying to dedicate themselves to, you know, engaging into fitness, not just on the fitness journey, but the mental journey, as in like really training your mind to do something, challenging yourself every single day. Yeah. And fitness is just a tool just to the greater things that are coming in your life. So I just wanted to end off on that. Like I said, thank you so much for coming in. I really want to thank you guys for tuning in today to I Am Beautifully Broken, and we'll see you next week. Bye. You guys.